Hey, it's the red carpet rain, but we are not green when it comes to the facts. Today we're going to talk about when Bryan Danielson calls out MJF. Now, Jon Moxley, who's him and Daniel Bryan, Claudio, and William Regal, they're a member of the Black Combat Club. Blackpool Combat Club. So, since Jon Moxley was the champion, he lost the title at Full Gear. He was turned on by their leader and mentor, William Regal. He passed the brass knuckles to MJF to take out Jon Moxley. And that's how he lost the title. And then MJF became champion. Now, 2 weeks later, MJF turned on William Regal with the brass knuckles and took him out. This was to explain William Regal's departure from AEW, as he was headed back to the WWE in executive role. So this is the way to write him off television. Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, was upset that he took out his mentor and his leader. He felt disrespectful. He wanted to challenge MJF for his world championship. Now, MJF wasn't just going to give it to him. He had to make him earn a shot at his championship. So he made him wrestle in many matches for the next month. Every week he would be in a match or some type of crazy match. And if he were to win all his matches, he was able to face MJF at AEW Revolution. And one of those weeks coming to AEW Revolution, he was even willing to pay someone to take Daniel Bryan out so he wouldn't make it to AEW Revolution. Now, there was a week where Bryan Danielson was busted up, his shoulders was messed up, and he still competed and still won his matches. And MJF was upset and he was pissed off because he felt he was the best wrestler in the world, and the fans thought Bryan Danielson was the best wrestler in the world. So he wanted to prove himself by competing all the matches that MJF threw at him, in which he did compete and won. Now, they had a match at AEW Revolution in the AEW's first ever 60-minute Iron Man match. It was a great match. Check that out. I did a live stream on it. AEW Revolution world title match is one of the best world title matches. Definitely a year of the match of the year candidate. Now, it was tied. And I think the tiebreaker was when MJF cheated to hit Daniel Bryan with the Awesome Tank. But there was a lot of back and forth in that match. But Bryan Danielson, he fought. He fought all the way through. He gave MJF a fight. And MJF was a great fight as a champion. So I like how these guys compete against each other. They had great chemistry in the ring and great chemistry on promos. But Daniel Bryan, I'm going to keep calling him Daniel Bryan. I know he's Bryan Danielson. Most of his career is known as Daniel Bryan since he was WWE for many years. But these guys had great chemistry nonetheless, and they put on one great show, one great feud. I don't know when the next time Bryan Danielson will be back in the ring or who he'll compete with, but since he's on a part-time schedule. But it was a great feud nonetheless. He was able to display his frustration, and he was able to give MJF everything he had in this feud. And that's all I have for Bryan Danielson calls out MJF. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Until then, O-U-T.